Hey guys, me again with my fifth video of this day. Well, my fourth video that I'm recording, but five that I need to upload. Anyhow, let's get rid of the intro because I really don't feel like making this as longer than what it needs to be. Today we're going to be taking a look at my SIG Sauer, SIG Sauer, SIG Sauer, however you want to pronounce that, MPX SD. Now then, I've known about this model for a little bit. I've known that this is the next generation of SIG Sauer SMGs. They shoot 9mm. They're really cool looking and things like that. And I've always known about them before they were really big, but I've never had a reason to build one other than they looked really cool until Battlefield introduced it as a weapon that you could get, which has given me a reason to build it. Unfortunately, it's not the same SIG Sauer that I built, but the MPX that I built looks a lot cooler than that one, so I went ahead and went with it. So today we're going to be taking a look at this SIG Sauer MPX SD. The difference between this one and the one in Battlefield is that this one has a longer barrel with an integral suppressor. So this is what it looks like rendered in LED to Pavre. It looks super nice. I really love what I was able to do with the two-tone colors, and everything just meshes really well together. The rail covers look super sexy. The lower receiver was by far one of the most difficult things I've ever built in my life, but it definitely looks cool and feels pretty good. So this is what it looks like in LDD to Pavre. And now we're going to go ahead and open it up in LDD itself and go over the different features of the model and things like that. So this one seems to be loading pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and open this Sidekicks Smooth Frozen Juice Blue Raspberry Lemon Naturally and Artificial Flavored 100% Fruit Juice from Concentrate by Ridgefield. It's this ice slushy thing that we get at lunch at school, and I forgot to eat mine, and it's melted into juice, but I do need something to drink, so it kind of worked out. Tastes way better as a juice anyways. Alright, so this is the SIG Sauer MPX SD. Like I said, the only difference between this one and the one in Battlefield is that this one has a longer barrel with an integral suppressor. Other than that, it's pretty much the same gun. So, we're going to start with our stock and work our way forward to the muzzle. So here's the accurate looking stock that the SIG Sauer MPX uses. As you can see, it's 4 studs here, narrows down to 2 there, and then comes out to a whole 6 up in this area with nice necessary curves and everything going on all over this model here. The really interesting thing about this stock is that it slides up into the receiver like you can see here, but I actually have a functioning stock release, I guess is the way to put it. You push up on this side here, and this side comes down. And as you can see, the side of the stock has these grooves in it, and that's where it locks back into place. The black above this stays in place. It just holds the stock where it belongs. It's 2 circles. And then the charging handle rides between them. Charging handle works just like that of an M4, so there's no retraining needed. If you know how to operate an M4, M16, AR-15, you pretty much know how to operate this thing. Moving on to the lower receiver, we also have ambidextrous controls. Everything down here is ambidextrous. It's really cool. So you have safety, semi-auto, full auto with these stops so that you don't like over adjust basically. Hold on, my back really itches. Oh god, I don't know why, but it does, so I'm scratching. So as you can see, this one's in safety. It's on both sides. Curves up into the upper receiver there. We have our trigger down here on the bottom. SIG logo here. SIG logo there. Magwell comes out like this and then curves back into the takedown pin that's right there. And then this is where it gets really complicated. So this is the magazine release on this side. You push it in here, and it pulls out here, kind of like an AK that's on its side. But on this side, you push on this, and then it pushes this out, and it works like an AR-15. So it's kind of complicated, and I couldn't really replicate that, but I tried. I replicated the AR-15 style magazine release, but not both of them. So you could AR-15 it, but it's only for right-handed, and I'm not truly representing the ambidextrous features. I'm making it look like it, but not truly doing it. This is the bolt catch on this side, which works traditionally just like an M4's. This is the bolt catch on this side, which is just a long bar that works just like the magazine release on the other side. The dust cover is a little bit smaller than a traditional M4's because obviously it's shooting 9mm. Flips up into place like so. I can't get it to go all the way because these technically block it, in quotes, when in real life you'd be able to push it up in there, so I couldn't obviously do that here, but I know in real life you can put it up in there all the way. I cannot remember if I've got this one on a... I guess I do? Yes, I do. Why can't I find... Ow. Alright, I'll fix that later. Whatever. That's pretty much the entire bolt, though. It just looks like that. On this side, you can see the rubber band and where it sits. And it sits right there. The upper receiver has interesting curves. The bottom curve down here, this curve, is not inverted slope pieces, but instead is cheese wedges connected to the side. So it's a little bit different down here on bottom than the top. So you can see that. Top here has the standard slopes. And then it narrows down into the rail, which is 3 studs wide, which has the typical Advanced Warfare iron sights that I use now because they look sexy as shit. And then we move on into our, basically our Monolithic Handguard. As you can see, I've got rail covers on these because rails are actually pretty sharp. You can cut them yourself on them. These are in the flat dark earth with the black dots to lock them into place. As you can see, we've got the air vents along the top here, the full rail system up on top, rail system down here on bottom, and then this piece to prevent your hand from flying up in front of the muzzle, even though this one's a little bit longer. And then the end of the suppressor here, which features the black to represent where the bullet comes out. And that's pretty much it for the SIG Sauer MPX SD. This is a full line of weapons. Personally, I was going to build the MPX-C, the carbine version, which has this really, really interesting looking compensator on it, which is pretty much this entire piece that you see here, but it's got this these giant chunks cut out of it. But that would be really hard to replicate in LEGO, so I did not build it. I did, however, build the SD model, which again just has the integral suppressor with it. And this is it rendered in LDD de Pauvre with that flat dark earth and things like that. Oh, I forgot to go over the magazine. While I'm working on it, or while we're looking at this, the clear that you see here is the bullet window. This magazine is empty, so you can't see any yellow on the inside. And then it's got gray webbing and then a gray rubber piece down on the bottom of it. Other than that, though, that's pretty much it for the SIG Sauer MPX SD. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, comment, rate, and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos like this one. If you want to see this model and more, don't be afraid to check out my website at bluejinthemeister.weebly.com. I promise it is free and always will be, and it definitely has a lot of cool models on it that sometimes I don't even release to YouTube for the longest of times. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos like this one. See you later.